Good afternoon. Um, you know, frankly speaking, I am very sad. I am really sad. This is, I think I've never done a live broadcast feeling so overwhelmed with sadness. For the past 1 hour, I've been trying to go through the statement that Mr. Hakainde Hichilema has released concerning the grade 9 or grade 7, 9, 12 examinations. The leakages that came out, which were published on Zambian Watchdog, and the subsequent suspension of the examinations indefinitely. Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, like always, has come out, issued a statement, and the statement is, I just can't believe the statement. I just can't believe that Hakainde Hichilema would say this, further expressing himself, exposing himself. That statement has just exposed Hakainde Hichilema. I've not commented on the suspension of the examinations. Why? Because really I can't accuse people. I don't know who leaked those exams, so I can't accuse people to say they are the ones, they are the causers, and so on and so forth. I couldn't do that. But after reading the statement that has come from Hakainde Hichilema, Hakainde Hichilema has exposed himself. He has exposed himself. That statement has actually exposed Hakainde Hichilema. He has been exposed. Some of you were trying to defend him and trying to preempt, are you linking this to HH? Trying to insinuate that, we are blaming all the problems on Hakainde Hichilema. No. I don't blame all the problems on Hakainde Hichilema. Firstly, that will be unfair. That will be unfair. I am an objective person, so there is no way I'm going to lump all the problems on Hakainde Hichilema. No, I can't do that. Similarly, there is no way I'm going to lump all the problems of this country on the PF. That is not fair. So I don't operate like that. It's you who are being unreasonable to think that all the problems, we are blaming them on Hakainde Hichilema. At least from my point of view, I think that is not true. It is not true that all the problems we are putting them on Hakainde Hichilema. Just like it is not true it is not fair to blame all the problems on the PF. We need to be fair. We need to be objective. Now, look here. Let's run through these incidents of the leakages. I mean, this leakage, where did it appear? It appeared on the Zambian Watchdog. Who controls the Zambian Watchdog? The UPND can refuse all they want. The Zambian Watchdog is a propaganda for the UPND. And the Zambian Watchdog releasing that leakage on social media, they basically wanted what has just happened. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. So, in a way, indirectly, you can't run away from putting this on the UPND. You can't run away from this. It's not the first time, yes, that the leakages have come out. Leakages have been part of this country and other countries, by the way, have been part of these countries and other countries for quite some time. But what this time happened was a clear sign that, a political party was involved. If you want, you can be naive. But who controls the Zambian watchdog? The Zambian watchdog is controlled, is a propaganda for the UPND. So definitely we can't run away from the fact that that leakage was politically motivated. It was politically motivated. And the confirmation has come in today. The confirmation has come in 1 hour ago. The confirmation has come. We speculated. We thought, we were wondering, could this be political? I was scared myself. I was quiet because I didn't want to speculate, in as much as it was so strong to think that this is the works of the UPND. But I kept quiet. I held back. But today, Hakainde Hichilema has confirmed. Hakainde Hichilema has confirmed that that leakage was politically motivated and the UPND are behind it. Through his statement, he has politicized it. He has politicized it. And he wants to take political mileage out of it. You read Hakainde Hichilema's statement. Let me just point out a few things, because I like to speak with specifications. Let me just read through some of a few statements. Look here. If it is not politically motivated, if HH is not trying to cash in out of this, how can he say this? Listen to this. He says, these leakages are a manifestation of a failed education system. These leakages are a manifestation of a failed education system. Really, HH, can you really say that? The leakage coming out, you don't even know who leaked this, how it came about. How do you just jump to a conclusion to say these leakages are a manifestation of a failed education system? Because HH wants everything to fail in this country. For HH, everything, he wants everything to fail. Everything, he wants everything to fail. And surely, can you say that our education system is failing in this country? If you are really just objective, let's just sit for a while and objectively, reasonably interrogate ourselves. Is our education system failing? Has our education system failed? He goes on to say the leakages would have been avoided had we invested in the education sector as per SADC standard. What is this SADC standard? What is it that we haven't done that is causing leakages to come out? Can somebody ask Hakainde Hichilema, what is it that we haven't done which is causing the leakages to come out? And he's talking about leakages as if it is only in Zambia where we have leakages. Leakages are everywhere. Leakages are everywhere. Leakages are just everywhere. Then he says the education budget has been shrinking. What is the relation with the leakage and the shrinking of the budget? What is the relationship, surely? What is the relationship? Shrinking of the budget and the leakages. What is the relationship? Can Hakainde Hichilema tell us what the linkage is? Can he tell us, please? Honestly, this man, what does he want of this country? Is this how desperation can lead people to do such kind of things, surely? Takwavo waso imwe This is just too much. It's just too much. And I am so sad because, if you really know what is at stake here, this is not a simple problem. This is a big problem that any responsible leader would not be trying to take advantage. This is another funeral. This is another funeral. We are just coming from a funeral where HH was cashing in. We are just coming from another funeral. I'm not referring to any funeral. So those of you with to my legal battles, hold your fire. I am not referring to any particular funeral. I am simply saying we are coming from another funeral. Another funeral which was highly politicized, where some politicians again wanted to cash in. And here we are again. This is a big issue. This is a big issue. Do you know what the young people out there are going through psychologically? You know, you are preparing yourself to write an exam. You even start writing the exam, and then all of a sudden that exam is suspended. Imagine the stress. If you have written an exam, you would understand what I'm talking about. These young people are really struggling. They are suffering. They are really suffering. Their parents are really suffering. Suspended indefinitely. And you can't blame government for suspending it. Because surely, I mean, what were they going to do apart from suspending it? The decision that government made, I mean, was pretty much the best that they could have come up with, is to suspend. But what is behind all that? These examinations, I mean, to prepare them, it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of time. Then after you prepare them, you need to distribute them. And distribution of these examinations, it is not at all something easy. We have got thousands of schools where examination council has to go and deliver these examinations. Some of them in rural areas, far-flung areas, remote areas, which are not so easy to access. So we are now faced with a situation of, you know, preparing the exams, and after preparing the exams, distribute these exams. It is a big issue. It is a big issue. Coupled with now thinking of the stress that the young people and their teachers are going through. And yet you have one selfish politician celebrating this statement that Hakainde Hichilema has released, has exposed him. Hakainde Hichilema is cashing in, he's celebrating, he's making profit out of what has happened. Does this man love Zambians? Does this man love Zambians? Or is just intoxicated with power? He just wants power. He doesn't care who suffers. He doesn't care about the young people out there who are stressed because they can't write the exams. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the children, the parents who are also apprehensive about this situation. What kind of a leader is this one, surely? Even if you say, I hate Hakainde Hichilema. But this man is celebrating. This man wants to cash in over this. He wants to cash in. I mean, like I've said, this is as good as a funeral. It's as good as a funeral. But what kind of a human being is this one who cashes in on a funeral? Ichiriro church tika abantu banerira. Iwe you want to cash in. Iwe it is time to make politics. Ushekwena, isn't this satanism that people talk about? Isn't this satanism? Because really, I mean, I'm not saying HH is a satanist. Naka na mwimbe pesha. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, when somebody is trying to cash in out of the misery of people, ushete bushetani. If somebody is cashing in, is trying to make money out of the misery of people, ushekweno yo muntu, ushenishite shetani. I'm really shocked. I can't believe Hakainde Hichilema would want to start cashing in out of the misery. This is a misery. This is catastrophe. But Hakainde Hichilema is cashing in. He's cashing in. If Hakainde Hichilema, if Hakainde Hichilema was responsible, and if he wanted to make a statement relating to this, he would have called in for investigation, and he would have called in government to be more careful, other than what is happening now. He would have gone strongly on the perpetrators of this. He would have condemned the perpetrators of this, because these perpetrators are criminals. And when criminals strike, any reasonable person would condemn the criminality. You see, that is the way I look at it from my point of view. If Hakainde Hichilema wanted to sympathize with this country, if he was a responsible citizen, if he was a responsible leader, he would have been condemning the people that are involved, the people that are behind these leakages. That's what he should have been doing, and not to politicize it. You see, that's a difference. I am condemning him because he wants to cash in. He wants to cash in politically. Whilst what he's supposed to be doing is to send a strong message to the people that are involved in this malpractice, in this vice. Hakainde Hichilema would criticize them, would speak against them, would exhort the police to make sure that they go to the bottom of this and arrest these people and shame them. But to Hakainde Hichilema, these people are martyrs. These people are heroes. I even saw already saying that, the watchdog has vowed to continue, publishing leaked examinations, because that's what they want. And you Zambians, those of you who are calling me names, who are thinking that I'm crazy and what, including the PF, because even you, the PF, don't seem to be taking me serious when I'm talking about these things. But PF, you don't seem to be taking me serious, and I'm very disappointed with you. I am very disappointed with you, PF. I am very disappointed with you, PF. Today when I woke up, really, I was feeling very, very discouraged. Very discouraged. Because you are not facing this problem with the seriousness it deserves. You are not doing it. You are not doing it. But PF, I've told you, I've got the data. I've got a database of so many civil servants who are still out there, who are leaking this information because they are working with Hakainde Hichilema through his so-called people power. This people power is going to destroy this country. It's not going to destroy. I am worried because this people power is not about PF. It's not about PF. It's about our country. I am not defending PF. I am not defending PF. I am talking about my country. I am worried for my country. This people power thing which HH has brought, it is up to no good. It is up to no good, and I have walked through it. This people power, it doesn't mean good for our country. It doesn't mean good for our country. But you, PF, you are relaxed. You are relaxed. Our government institutions are highly infiltrated. Highly infiltrated. And if we have some names for certain people that are still in civil service, why don't we act on them? Why don't we act on them? Why are you delaying? What are you still doing? What are you still doing? Why are you not following some of these people? Why are you not following some of these people? Why are you not flashing out some of these people? What do you want of this country, PF? What do you want of this country? With your slumbering, you are slumbering, please. Evil is happening. Evil is brewing. It is brewing at the moment. It is brewing. Evil is brewing. And you are sitting back there just because you think you are in power. You think you have got your salaries. You think you have got your personal to order. And I'm telling you, ukusunga echalo takwanguka. Ukusunga echalo takwanguka. Looking after a nation is not easy. And if you continue with this attitude of a PF, a lot of things will go bad. Will go bad. Look, now we have these people who are out there. We have our young people who can't write the exams, who are stressed at the moment. Why? Just because this irresponsible leader has got people in ECZ and they are releasing the examinations. He has people in ECZ. He has people in different areas. And these people are releasing this. They are sabotaging government. They're sabotaging government. And now Mwikala, Malungu, I appreciate you. You are a good man. You are a good man, President Lungu. You are a good man. I really appreciate you. I mean, I don't doubt your good heart. I really don't doubt your good heart. But you know, at times, you need to put your foot down. You need to put your foot down and preserve this nation. Preserve this nation. People can talk whatever they want. Let the British start tweeting. Let them be tweeting and whatever they want. Let them talk whatever they want. But you have got a responsibility to look after this country. You have got a responsibility to look after this country. You can't, try to pretend to be good, try to be so good at the expense of a nation. That power we gave you through the vote, that power we gave you through the vote is to protect all of us. Now, with what is happening, Walungu, we don't feel secure. I don't feel secure. I don't feel secure. I don't feel secure. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to be a martyr for this country, for you to believe that things are not okay? Balungu, bakampyongo. Bakampyongo. Do you want somebody to die? Isn't this, I mean, people have already died actually. Let me not even say, do you want people to die? People have already died. People have already died. And even what is happening in Alama exams, this is as good as a funeral. This is as good as a national disaster. What is it going to take for you to act on these people? These people don't mean good. I'm not talking about politics, no, because they are this political party, then act on them. No, it is because of what they are doing. Because of what they are doing. They are not doing politics. They are messing up this country. They are sabotaging our country. They are sabotaging our country. That is why yesterday I said the threat that we have in this country is Hakainde Hichilema. Through, the independence, that was my independence message. My independence message was that the threats that we have is the politics that Hakainde Hichilema is practicing. And I just can't take it. I just can't take it. And I can't keep quiet. I am sorry, I can't keep quiet. If I have to go to jail for it, if I have to die for it, so be it. But at least I am speaking. And what I'm talking about is not far-fetched from the truth. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I insist. I know what I'm talking about. Hakainde Hichilema doesn't mean good. It doesn't mean good. It doesn't mean good. And you can see it in his statements. You can see it when he's talking to people. PF, please. How am I going to tell you that please do something? Do something. I know Vengi, there are just too many. There are just too many. Yes, I know. There are too many. But sort out a few so that go. Sort out some of these people. Let's get some of these people and sort them out for everyone to see. If we are going to be called a dictatorial country, so be it. After all, HH is already calling this country to be a dictator. He's calling this country to be a dictator. You heard in in his independence message. He said it. HH is calling this country a dictator. Let me play it for you. Let me play it for you. He said it himself. I want to play that. You hear it for yourselves. You can't have a country like this. You just can't. You can't have people playing politics. These are not politics, sir. It's not politics. This is just something else. This man is not practicing politics. Where is that statement of this man? Here it is. UPND is not a peaceful party. No, it's not a peaceful party. It's not. It's not. Someone is writing UPND is a peaceful party. It's not a peaceful party. This is the statement from Hakainde Hichilema.
As we celebrate independence, we should all remember very, very strongly that the struggle for a better Zambia continues, and let us all as a people rise to the challenge. Our founding fathers and mothers fought for independence, they fought for our liberation, they fought for our freedoms, our liberties and rights. They fought for our land, for jobs, for education, good health services. Our struggle icons fought against hunger, against poverty. They fought against oppression, they fought against brutality, segregation, discrimination. It is in no doubt that they fought against corruption by those in government offices. 54 years after independence,
now listen to that.
Under the PF brutal and oppressive regime.
Now listen. Under the PF oppressive and brutal.
We have lost our independence.
Listen to that man.
They fought against corruption by those in government offices. 54 years after independence, under the PF brutal and oppressive regime.
Brutal and oppressive regime. Brutal and oppressive regime. Surely, is that what we're experiencing in Zambia? Brutal. Where is the brutality? Apart from the brutality coming from Hakainde Hichilema himself. The brutality that I faced at the courts. The brutality I faced in Livingston. The brutality I faced at Fairview Hotel. And the brutality that these young people who are not writing exams are going through because of his people that are planted in these government institutions.
We have lost our independence.
We have lost our independence.
We've lost our independence, which was won through sweat.
We have lost our independence to who? We have lost our independence to who?
Years and in many cases blunt. We've lost our freedoms, our freedom of speech.
Here is this man. We have lost our freedom of speech. But he's talking and he's all over talking. He goes to radio stations. He holds press conferences. I mean, which politician in this country can say has been denied the freedom to express himself? Yes, our country has challenges. But can we be realistic? Can we be truthful when we talk about our challenges? Can we be truthful? Which politician in this country has been denied the right to express himself? Especially Hakainde Hichilema. How can he say we have lost our right to express ourselves?
Movement, assembly.
Movement and assembly. You might give him something there. You might give him something there. Because really sometimes the way this Public Order Act is being carried is not right. I mean, let's be honest and fair about it. You know, like particularly I am not happy with the way Kalaba is being followed here and there. I mean, in as much as his politics is secretive, but I don't think it is fair for us to be following him around. So I might give him there. I might give him something. But at the same time, I don't want to say we have lost it completely. It is so bad. No. But I am cautioning to say, yes, we need to check this.
Conscious association. Our youth and women today have no jobs or businesses. Our homes cannot afford 3 square meals a day. And in many cases, there's absolutely no food for our children. Poverty scars are everywhere. Those PF officials in high offices are stealing.
Some of these things that Hakainde Hichilema is talking about, I agree with him. Yeah, poverty levels are high in this country. We need to address that. We certainly need to address those issues. So some of these things, I mean, I'm not dismissing everything that he's saying. Where he has said it correctly, I agree with him. I'm not throwing away everything that he's saying. Where he says something that is right, I agree with him. But I don't agree with him when he exaggerates things. I don't agree with him.
Through corruption. They are stealing from the old, they are stealing from the poor, they are stealing from the orphans. They are even killing our students instead of giving them meal allowances.
You see, you hear this man. I am not talking anything, I am reacting to this. This came yesterday. I am very conscious of my court battles. I am very conscious of my court battles. So I'm not touching that at all. I am reacting to that. I'm reacting to that. Listen to this guy, what he's saying there. Listen.
They are stealing from the poor. They are stealing from the orphans. They are even killing our students.
They are even killing our students. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Exactly. That is exactly what he wanted. I knew that would become a chorus. The death of that student, the student that he's talking about, I knew it would become a chorus. It will become part of his political campaign. And he's using it. Yet, in this instance, I can't put the death of that student. I'm reacting to what Hakainde Hichilema has said. If Hakainde Hichilema is not talking about the cases that are in court, I'm not talking about the issues of cases in court. I am not. I am responding to Hakainde Hichilema's statement. He's a politician and I need to respond to him as a politician. He's using a death of a student as part of his campaign messages now, appearing in his statements. And you say, no, don't talk about that. Hey, Chulufia, hey, you are talking about this. Hey, people are mourning. What about Hakainde Hichilema? If me, I talk about it, you say, no, people are mourning. If Hakainde Hichilema uses it, then that is okay. That is okay. That student, if me, I say we need to get justice, we need to get to the bottom of how this student died, then I become a bad person, I become emotional, I become unsympathetic. What about this man who is making political capital out of that student? The student is talking about. The student is talking about. I'm responding to HH. I'm not referring to any student. I'm referring to the student that HH is talking about. Because as far as I'm concerned, HH knows better about that student, the student that he's talking about. I don't know, the student that he's talking about.
Instead of giving the meal allowances.
Have you heard that, man?
Our Makitias have no...
They are killing students instead of giving them meal allowances. Where are the students not getting meal allowances? Where? Yes, by the fact that it is delayed, it is delayed. It doesn't mean that they are not being paid. But somebody wants to make a political mileage out of it. I mean, honestly, Mwebantu, how much more are we going to take from this man? Before we hold him accountable, how much more are we going to take from this man before we hold him accountable for some of these things that he's doing? Me, I am calling, I'm not even pretending. I'm not pretending. By UPND, I am calling for HH to be arrested. I want HH to be arrested because this man is doing bad things. Can we arrest HH? Please, let's arrest HH because this man is up to no good. Nalandirapo, I repeat, arrest HH because HH doesn't mean well for this country. If that is a crime, the courts are open. Let HH go and open another docket. I am calling for HH to be arrested so that we can stop this nonsense. We can't go on with this nonsense. We can't go on with this nonsense. They cannot be suspended. They cannot stop we can't stop people from writing exams. We can't keep on, nursing, the damages that are being caused by some of these politicians. We can't go on like that. I've reported my case to the police. Please act. I am ready to stand the same way I've been standing in Kambwiri's case. I am ready to go and stand in court and prosecute this case. I can prosecute this case. I only wish I had money. Maybe I would have gone and complained before the magistrate so that also HH can be dragged to court the way he has dragged me. I am ready. I can prosecute this case. I'm telling you, I can prosecute this case and have HH behind bars. I can. I am strongly telling you people, without any favor, and I'm not blinking my eyes when I say, let this man be arrested and be brought to court. Just bring him to court and leave me to prosecute him. I can prosecute him. We can't go on like this. We can't. He's causing trouble. After he causes trouble, then he comes back and starts blaming, the PF. I mean, I know the PF are not perfect. They have got their own issues, but we cannot be doing wrong things for us to prove a point. We can't go on like that. But PF, what's happening? I mean, really, you are letting us down. You are letting this country down. It's not persecution, no. I fight for justice. When Hakainde Hichilema was arrested unjustly, I stood next to him. I fought for him. I even ended up in the cells for Hakainde Hichilema. For me this time around, for me to call for his arrest, it is because I know what I'm talking about. That's why I even went to police to report I wouldn't go to the police to report if there is nothing. Me, I'm insisting, and I'm ready. I am ready to prosecute HH so. I can go and stand there without my lawyers. I can prosecute HH. I can prosecute him. And that prosecution, I am sure at the end of the day, even you people who are skeptical of what I'm talking about, would see that indeed I knew what I was talking about. We can't go on like this. This is unacceptable. And I'm telling you, this time around, I am quite upset. Frankly speaking, I'm quite upset reading that statement, hearing this man talking like that. I am quite upset. This time around, I am upset. I can't pretend. I am upset with HH. I am upset with HH. He's taking advantage of of too much good. Anyway, I can't blame. I'm not blaming Edgar Lungu again because he's a good man. He's following the rule of law. He wants people to act. So maybe I shouldn't blame him too much to say he's a good man and whatever, because it will look like I'm asking him to push the police to act. But can people expedite these investigations? I've already given you leads from which you can act on. Can we act fast? Because things are getting bad. Things are getting bad. You are wasting time. Before you know it, they will kill me. And whatever evidence will be lost. Come on, wake up, act fast. Me, I'm not scared of these people. I'm not scared because I know what I'm talking about. I have the truth. I'm not scared. Martin, forget about Chanda Chimba. You are wasting your time. I'm not anywhere near Chanda Chimba. I'm not anywhere near Chanda Chimba. Chanda Chimba was doing whatever he was doing to be paid. I'm not getting paid for this. I am defending my country and I am a politician. Chanda Chimba was not a politician. So you're just being naive. You're being dumb to compare me with Chanda Chimba. But I mean, that is not my problem. That is not my problem. If your brain cannot work faster, that is not my problem. But on this one, I am standing on firm ground. Firm ground. A firm ground. Never so sure. Never so sure that HH arrested, taken to court, he would be convicted. I'm very, very solid on this one. I'm very solid on this one. Nonetheless, let me cool down and say we are in trouble, and those that are charged with responsibility to make sure that there is sanity in government, there is sanity in this country, can they please work fast and see to it that we sort out some of these people? I know there are many, but can we get a few, or at least their leaders? Let's get their leaders so that we cut the head for these things to stop. As long as you let these people, move around like that, I mean, we will be having one trouble after the other. One trouble after the other. How much are the Zambians going to bear? Please, Napapata, can we act? I'll leave it here.